Something smooth yet sinister, coming through to diminish you. And this here's the finisher. Check it out.
Guys, this your boy Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And today for you guys, what we're going to get into is one of the newest, actually the newest RC6 raid battle mission against Mr. Melord. Alright, so what we're going to do is go ahead and get a room set up and then get this thing cracking. Alright, Melord is actually not too difficult of a RC6 boss, alright, as long as you come prepared. Alright, he can be a little bit of a beast if you don't come prepared, but otherwise he's not too bad. You still may end up losing a life or two, alright. He does have an attack or two that can wreck you pretty good, but outside of that, you'll pretty much be a-okay, alright. Main thing you want to make sure you do, I highly recommend you bring a Mono Thunder squad. Now granted, whichever element you decide to choose will be totally up to you, but whatever you choose, I really hope it's a mono squad, guys. A mono squad is highly recommended in order to defeat Melord. I will tell you why just a tad bit later in the video, but right now, let's go ahead and get myself a friend here. Since I'm running Mono Thunder, I'm definitely going to make sure I pick a Thunder element friend, which looks like it's going to be Ease, alright, which is not bad. Ease is not a bad choice for this. So let's just go ahead and pick my boy here, my homeboy Soul, and then let's just run right into this thing, alright. Now the only thing you have to watch out for with Melord as far as his attacks, he does do empty seal, but with a Mono Thunder squad, as long as you got mitigation up, it shouldn't be too bad, alright, shouldn't be too bad. But he does have an attack that inflicts DOT, so you're definitely going to make sure you bring a unit, whichever element you choose, that has HOT, alright. Now, since I'm using Thunder element, the only Thunder unit that I have in my possession right now that does HOT, unfortunately, is Rena, alright? And I will admit it is not a very good HOT, alright? It doesn't really heal a lot. So, it's not something I can reliably count on, but it does somewhat help to counteract that DOT. Alright, also, another thing you may need to watch out for, when Melord, when you use a UBB, Melord does, he will put damage reflect on himself for the following 2 turns, alright? So just be careful of what unit you use UBB with. If you use a UBB with a unit that gives HOT right back up to full HP, you'll be completely fine, alright? Because you're going to reflect the damage, and then as soon as you turn in, you're going to fill yourself right back up to full HP, which is great, alright? But other than that, I don't really recommend anything else, because you're going to take yourself down to 1 HP. You're not really going to heal a lot from HCs alone, and maybe a little bit of HOT, and you're going to end up getting wrecked by him, alright? So be careful about that. That's pretty much the only major things you need to watch out for him. He does inflict quite a few status elements, that pretty much goes without saying. So make sure you bring a unit that can remove and negate status elements, alright? And I think it should be pretty good. Melord is a water type unit, so definitely beneficial, like I said, to bring the Mono Thunder squad, not only for that reason, but also for other reasons. Alright, the way Melord works when you fight him in his RC6 mission, every 2 turns he takes a look at your squad, guys, and he uses a move called Elemental Steel. And basically what he does for every different type of unit that you have, he is going to apply a buff to himself with certain conditions, alright? I'm going to break each of those down, and do keep in mind that these conditions do stack. They do stack. So if you come with a non-mono squad and all these conditions stack on top of you, you're going to be in for a tough time, alright? But let me go ahead and go right down the line here. So if he sees a fire unit out there, what he's going to do is add fire elements to his attacks, and he's going to give himself a 50% boost to damage dealt against status afflicted foes for the next 3 turns. Alright, one quick thing to keep in mind here, Melord is only 1 part. He does not have multiple parts, so I highly recommend you bring a BB gauge on spark type unit, alright? The next one, we're going to go down these before we get into the battle, guys, so I can kind of pay attention. The next one, if you have a water unit in your squad, he's going to add water element to his attacks, and he's going to gradually recover 18 to 20,000 HP for the following 3 turns. If he looks out there and see that you has an earth unit, he's going to add earth element to his attack, and he's going to have a 20% damage reduction for 3 turns. So a little bit of mitigation there. Next one is Thunder, which what he has, and Thunder is pretty much the least of the worries here, alright, in my opinion anyway. But he's going to add Thunder element to his attacks, and he's going to give himself a 30% boost to attack for 3 turns, alright? Not too bad. That's not too bad at all, really. Next, if he sees that you have a light unit, he's going to add light element to his own attacks, and he's going to double his normal hit count for the following 3 turns, alright? And then last but not least, if he sees that you have a dark unit out there, he's going to add dark element to his attacks, and he's going to give himself a 25% boost to critical hit rate for 3 turns, alright? Now, like I said, it's best to have a mono squad, guys. That way he only buffs himself with one of those 6 buffs, and you have a much less difficult time in defeating this guy, right? But if you come in here with a rainbow squad, you're going to be in for a heck of a battle, guys, alright? You may be able to comprise a better squad than what I have here, but you're going to definitely have a run for your money. One last thing that he does, guys, I'm not sure when and how often he does it, but if he looks and see that all your units has full BB gauge, he's going to reduce your BC efficacy by 75% for 2 turns, alright? So when that happens, you're definitely going to want to make sure your mitigator's ready, alright? It may be beneficial for you to bring 2 mitigators to this so you don't have to blow your foods every time you aren't able to mitigate, alright? You may have to use some smoke bombs, you may have to run, you may have to go back to camp, you may lose a life. It's not the end of the world, guys, alright? Other than that, just going to fast forward this and let's blow this guy out the water. Here we go, guys. Alright guys, then that's pretty much how you do it. So if you was paying pretty close attention, you'll see first of all I was in there with a bunch of freaking leechers who were near zero help, bunch of freaking busters. And second of all, I kinda come on connection error. I kinda let a couple of my lives get taken so I wouldn't have to use my smoke bombs, alright? I kinda try to keep my smoke bombs as a last resort so I don't have to really worry about crafting anymore. But as you can see, he's not really too difficult, guys. All right, he does do a couple of attacks. Granted, if I would have been getting some help from my other three teammates, then I would have knocked that out a lot quicker. But well, you know how that goes, guys. So pretty much that's the gist of that one. All right, I'll go ahead and show you guys the sphere real quick that you're going to want to try to farm Melord for. All right. Now, granted, raid farming is not really fun, guys. I will admittedly say. Sometimes you have to beat these bosses 10 plus times just to get one of their rare drops to actually drop for you. So it's usually not the most fun to do. But if you are able to get the rare drops from them, I believe you'll need like 2 or 3 of them in order to make one of the spheres. Then you'll be all set. Now, granted, the sphere that you get from Melord isn't really that great. I doubt it would be highly used, guys. All right, I honestly do. So I'll go ahead and show you, and just, I guess, get your own thoughts on it. See whether or not you're gonna want to go grind and work hard for a sphere like Melord's. All right, so Melord. Oh, you know what? I don't got the red drop, so it's not going to show me. Well, that's not very smart of you, Trey. Let's see here. I should be able to find out what it is real quick. Let me just take a quick peeky peek. Alright. So the sphere that you get from them is called Melord's Core. Alright. And what it does, probable 20% counter of damage received. And that is a 40% chance. Probable random status element counter. And that is a 12% chance to counter with poison, curse, or paralysis, and a 15% chance to counter with weak, sick, and injury. And damage taken boost BB gauge, and that is pretty much guaranteed to fill 2 BCs when attacked, and may considerably store HP. So you have a 30% chance to heal 30% of the damage that was dealt to you. All right, and that's pretty much it, guys. All right, thought I had at least one of the rare drops, but guess I didn't. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, not that great of a sphere. I doubt people are going to be grinding their tails off in order to get that. I think it'll be a pretty decent sphere for arena, and that about it, honestly. But that wraps this one up, guys. All right, now one thing I do want to mention real quick, I did forget to freaking make the RC6 Melord video. So the next time she comes back around, I will be making a video for that. I missed it by 1 day, guys. I sat down, finally had the time, and was ready to record it, and I looked at RC6 and she was gone literally the day after. So sorry I didn't have time to get that one up for you guys, but the next time she comes around, I am planning to get that one up for you. And that pretty much is it, guys. Alright, so any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Otherwise, hope this video helped you out. Hope you found it informative and helpful. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a nice thumbs up on the video, guys. Like that beast. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more Brave Frontier content. Other than that, that's going to wrap this one up. So thanks for hanging out, staying tuned, and I'll be back to you guys soon with another video. Later.